Imagine you're going on a vacation with your family and you show up to the airport late. And as you're scrambling to catch the flight, you're bringing your kids and your husband with, and one of your kids says, "Hey mom, there's this cool thing we learned in school today. Can I share it with you?" And your other child says, "Mom, I think I forgot my favorite teddy bear." How are you going to respond in that moment? As much as you'd love your kids and you'd love to sit down and chat with them, in that moment, you know the priority is catching your flight so you can actually enjoy your vacation. Well, you see, this is the exact same thing that might be happening in your child's brain and determines whether they're going to engage or withdraw from what's going on around them. So, if your child's brain is ever feeling overwhelmed, if it's feeling anxious, if it's feeling scared, if your child has a sensory issue that overwhelms them, they're automatically going to start to withdraw from the world. Because in order for the brain to interact, to make eye contact, to have social skills, to play with friends, to sit and learn in school, for that level of engagement, the brain's first priority is to feel safe. Just like when you're trying to catch the plane, that's your only priority in that moment, because you know if you don't catch the plane, nothing else matters. Sure, you'd love to learn about what your child was taught in school today, but that's only after your brain knows that you're sitting in your seats in the plane's taking off, and you're good to go. Well, the same thing can happen to your child. If your child has a sensory issue, if a certain sound or texture or sensation overwhelms their brain, guess what? Their brain's actually going to start to feel danger or fear around them. It's going to withdraw from the world because it wants to protect itself. Only when the brain feels safety, if that box has been checked, only then does your child's brain start to engage in the world. So while we all want this as the result for our kids, we know that something else has to happen before then. So if you want your child to learn better, to be able to interact and play toys with other kids, to make eye contact, to do any of that outward engagement, first thing is to feel safe. So how does this happen? Well, our brains feel safe when we know we're cared for, so a loving environment. Really deep pressure helps our brains feel safe. So if you give your child a really big hug, that can calm their brain down, make it feel safe, allow them to start to open up. What we do with neurological chiropractic in our office is we help take the brain out of that fight or flight mode and calm it down. When the brain is out of fight or flight, when it feels calmer, it starts to feel safe, it can start to engage. So realize that if you're seeing your child start to withdraw from a situation, the next step isn't to force them to engage, but to find out why their brain doesn't feel safe. And if you can work with that and get their brain to check the safety box, now they're going to open up and engage in the world.